Welcome to my channel, Israel Online Maths. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to factorize a given quadratic expression. Looking at the question we have here, this is a quadratic expression. The reason is because it's not equated to something. Assuming this expression was equated to something, we could call it quadratic equation. But because the quadratic itself is not equated to something, it's called an expression in this case. So here we are asked to factorize completely x squared minus 4x minus 12. The exact way you usually factorize your quadratic equation, the same way you will also use, or the same approach you should also use to factorize this given expression. How do we do that? Very simple. Let me first replicate the question. We have x squared minus 4x minus 12. To factorize this, first thing first, just multiply the x that has the highest degree of the power 2, multiply it with the last number, which is a constant, negative 12. And when x squared is multiplied by negative 12, it's going to give us negative 12x squared. So the next thing here is to look for two factors that when you multiply those two factors, it's going to give you negative 12x squared. Then when you add those two factors, it's going to give you negative 4x. I repeat, look for two factors that when you multiply those two factors, it's going to give you negative 12x squared. Then when you add them, it's going to give you negative 4x. The best way to do that is to look for all the two factors of negative 12. So out of all the two factors of negative 12, select the ones that will be able to satisfy the multiplication rule here and satisfy the addition rule here to give you negative 4x. And the two factors are 2 and negative 6. Okay? And I'm going to attach x to it because I know that 2x multiplied by negative 6x is going to give us negative 12x squared, and 2x plus negative 6x is going to give us negative 4x. Therefore, these two factors will satisfy this. Then going further, I will take this x squared here, I will ignore this, and then put in the two factors, which are plus 2x and minus 6x. Very simple. Then I will take the last constant, which is negative 12. Why did I ignore this center one, which is negative 4x? The reason is because if I should add 2x to this negative 6x, it will still give us this negative 4x. So adding up this will still return you back to this. Therefore, we allow it to be this way. The next thing is to group them in twos. Grouping them in twos simply means group 1 and 2 and also group 1 and 2. Group the numbers in twos, okay? Then solving further, I will now have to factorize. Remember, we are talking about factorizing completely. So what is the common factor of x squared and 2x? The common factor is x, such that x divided x squared, we are left with single x. Then plus x divided 2x, we are left with 2. Okay? And coming here, we have minus. This is the minus here. So what are the common factors of 6 and 12 in this case? And that should be 6. Because when 6 divides 6x, we'll be left with x. Okay? Then, this is what I confuse students. Most times they usually put this same minus here, but it's very wrong. This is what to do. Say this minus multiplied by this minus will give you plus. Before you now say 6 divided 12, which is 2, then you put 2 here. Okay? So how do you know that these your answers are correct? Very simple. Whatever you have inside of this bracket here should also be the same as what you have inside of this bracket here. As you can see, x plus 2 and x plus 2, they must be the same before you know that your factorizing whatever is correct, okay? Alright, going further, because these and these are the same, I can take one of it, which is x plus 2. Then I will also take that of this x minus 6. X minus 6. So this is the final answer. And here is the way to factorize a given quadratic expression. Now the question is, what's the usefulness of this? The usefulness is that most times when you are given a fractional form of a quadratic expression, it's very pivotal or important that you factorize them first to know if the numerator will be able to cancel out the denominator. That is one of the major importance of this. Take note of that. Then secondly, if you should open up this bracket, it will still result back to the original expression. You can try that and drop in the comment section that it is true. See you in my next video, and don't forget to share this video. Catch you.